Hi guys, Paula here. How are you today? If you're new, welcome to my channel. I hope you'll consider subscribing. Today I am canning up blueberry jam. I am using this book, Food in Jars by Marisa McClellan. I used this book probably for almost all the jams that I did for the 12 jams of Christmas that I gifted. And it was a big hit. And some of the jams in here was so good. But like I said, we're doing blueberry. And she is an approved canner. In other words, she doesn't do any kind of rebel stuff, which makes me very happy because I don't rebel can. And I am using my steam canner. I love the steam canner. This is a Harvest steam canner from Roots and Branches. I could put a link in the description from Amazon. I like it because it is quicker. You're not heating up a full pot of water, but it can also be a water bath canner if you're canning for something longer than 45 minutes, which I've not done, so that doesn't really concern me. But if need be, you can. Anyway, let's get everything together so we can make blueberry jam. Come on. All right, I like to have everything measured out and ready to go. That is probably one of the best tips I could give you. It calls for 4 cups of sugar, the juice and zest of 1 fresh lemon. We have a half of a teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg and 2 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. I have my 2 3-ounce packages of liquid pectin. This one calls for liquid pectin. And in here is 6 cups of smashed blueberries. Let me see the best way to arrange you so we can add our stuff. The blueberries it's kind of tough to get you seeing what's in the pot. You know what? Let me see if I can adjust this so you can see down into the stove. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the smashed berries. I did some with my clean hands and some with a masher because if you leave them whole, the sugar won't break down properly. You could risk scorching, so better to smash them. And what we're gonna do is you add your 4 cups of granulated sugar and let that heat up to high and stir it up. And that's why you want all your stuff measured out beforehand so you're not dealing with any mix-ups, forgetting how much you did or didn't. It's already pre-measured and ready to go. You're gonna bring it to a boil, and once it's boiling, that's when you add your lemon zest, cinnamon, lemon juice, and nutmeg. The pectin, because this, after you get all the ingredients in, it cooks for 15 to 20 minutes, and then you add your pectin in all at once. So we'll let this get going, and I'll bring you back. Okay, you can see it is boiling. See it around the edges? I just stirred it, so I disturbed it. There it goes. it's boiling. And so now we're going to put our cinnamon, nutmeg, and zest. And we're gonna put the juice of the lemon in. And again, it's gonna cook for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring it frequently. You want it to start to have a thick look, kind of shiny or glossy, and that's when the pectin will go in. You don't have to stir it constantly, but don't walk away from it. Stir it every couple of minutes. You don't want it to scorch. Again, it's 15 to 20 minutes. And then you add the pectin. I'm going to cut my pouches open because I want them to just be ready to go right in. And we'll be back. Also back there, I have my steam canner with the jars, just on a very low heat, heating the jars up. Since this is hot food, hot jars. And I also have my handy dandy food thermometer because jam is ready at 220 degrees. And this is just boiling away nicely. I keep going around the sides. I have my timer going. I just keep scraping. And it is hot, guys, so please, please be careful. There's nothing worse than a sugar burn. Trust me, my son, thanks to me, got a sugar burn several years ago when we were making jelly apples or candy apples, depending on where you come from. And the sugar got on him. Ooh, not fun. Not a lot of sugar, just a little bit, but it gave a nice zing. So be careful. My timer went off. I did a 15-minute timer, and I don't know if you could see it. It was just at 220, but jam is set between 217 and 222. And there it goes. It popped up to 223, so we're going to get our pectin. In it goes. I will squeeze it because you want every bit of that pectin in there. Squeeze it down and give it a stir, and another 5 minutes. You're going to bring it back up to the boil. Let's get it in there good. Look how beautiful it looks. Got to bring it back to a full rolling boil, which, to be honest, it really didn't leave it, but let's see. That's a full rolling boil. We'll do it for 5 minutes and then we're ready to jar. Alrighty. In Marisa's book, she uses actual pint jars. I don't need pint size, so I didn't have any more half pints. These are 3/4 pints. So I'm just gonna jar up in the 3/4 size, and it's 1/2 inch headspace. And if you didn't know, the jars have little marks, and I'm making a mess, showing the 1/2 inch headspace. I'm gonna clean that up a little. because that drives me wacky. I'm gonna take some out of there too. Yes, the rims on the jars are also your guides if you don't have your measuring tool, which we all should try to have at least the basic tools. You don't have to have a lot of fancy stuff, but you should have the basics. And I can tell that this is going to gel up just perfectly. All right. I'm being really sloppy. And I'm gonna need this thing, because it is on fire, folks. Do not get burned. Get it down to the lawn guy is doing the lawn, so excuse that. I'm sorry, it's not 1/2 inch, it's 1/4 inch. I just went into La La Land there. I should have put that into here, because jams and jellies are 1/4 inch headspace. And you're gonna wet, because this is sticky, sticky. I like to get this loaded with the vinegar and go around. And of course, I'm gonna hit it with the debubbler too, but I just needed to clean this up a little because that is bothering me. One more over here, and then I gotta clean that too. Okay, let's. You could also do a gentle tap. Yeah, let's come over here. And then once you are adjusted, you could see, yep, that's a 1/4. This could use just a little more. I'm being anal, but I can't help it. See how it's already gelled up? Okay, and again, it's sticky stuff. You want to make sure that that seal is going to connect. And I'm pulling more off, so there we go. Remember, with the Superb, it's just fingertip tight. As soon as it, there you go. I like to make sure it's on there good. There you go. And into the canner they go. Okay, I wound up with 3 3/4 pint jars. I think she said she got 3 pint jars, but that happens. It depends on how much you cook it. It cooks down and whatnot. But let me just carefully, so I want you to see the heat. It's on high heat and it needs to get into the green. When it's well into the green, for my altitude, it is 15 minutes. From up to 1,000, you're gonna process jam for 10 minutes. 1,000 to 3,000, you add 5, and I think you add another 5 for 3,000 and up. But let me check that, don't hold me to that. Went off, you shut the gas, and now you wait 5 minutes before removing the cover. Alrighty, timer's done. 2 of these have already popped. And now all 3 have officially popped. And there's nothing better than that, is having your jars seal. And that, folks, is a successful canning session.